merry little Christmas. Let your heart be light. From now on, our troubles will be out of sight. Have yourselves a merry little Christmas. Make the Yuletide gay. From now on, our troubles will be miles away. Here we are, as in olden days, happy golden days of yore. Faithful friends who are dear to us, gather near to us once more. Through the years, we all will be together. If the fates allow, hang a shining star upon the high is bound. And have yourselves a merry little Christmas now. Merry Christmas to you. No, I am no Luther Vandross, of course. Florida's own Barry S. McLeod. Welcome to another Monday. Conversations with the Masterful Raconteur. I just want to wish everybody, a happy holiday season. You know, I was just saying in church yesterday, for the last 10 years or more, this time of year, I always have this question, this thought come in my head, like, will I be here next year for the next Christmas? And I have been blessed, and so have you. You have definitely been blessed. You got a lot to be thankful for. We all have a lot to be thankful for. You know, this is the time where, man, we done made it through a whole year dealing with this and that, all the crazy stuff that's going on in the world. And guess what? We know it never stops. For a lot of negative stuff, it increases at times like this. The holiday season, you have to keep your head on the swivel. You got to be careful. You got to be mindful about everything, But that's, to me, it's all the more reason for me to be adamant about seizing all the joy, all the happiness that I possibly can. Because tomorrow is not promised to me, the next moment is not promised to me. And I intend to enjoy my life. This time of year, I tend to reflect and I tend to project. I reflect on where I've been. I project about where I want to be next year, what I want to accomplish next year. And in my reflection, I think about people who are dear to my heart. Some are family, some are friends, some are friends slash co-workers. For example, people that have been in my productions, people that are in the band with me, people that I collaborate with. I'm thankful for all of that. And if I have my way, I'll be saying the same thing again next year about the same people who I project is going to be a part of my 2026, as I continue to go forward. I refuse to let anything uh, interrupt my vision, anything interfere with my vision and my goals. And I make sacrifices. I make a lot of sacrifices. I even sacrifice some things that are a little risky to sacrifice, like people who love me, people who I should be giving more time to, but I don't know. I'm wired like that. I've been like that. When I've tried to be different from that, I get off and, off course. And when I get off course, I'm off balance within myself. So if you love me, you got to love me like I am. But I show respect and I show kindness to people and I give as much as I can, every opportunity that I can give. But I just want to hopefully be an inspiration to somebody right now because, I'm talking about me. You should reflect on you because I can't talk about you. I have to talk about me in the context of where I'm coming from right now. Like when I look back at this whole year, and just if I look back in the last 6 months of my life, I produced an outstanding comedy movie, SheDaPlaya. At the same time that I'm producing this movie, I'm gearing up to put the band back together. And by the time I got into the fourth quarter of producing SheDaPlaya, I had already started putting the band back together. And right now, as I sit here and speak to you right now, I'm blessed. I have a new movie that is really, really, really good. It's very, very funny. And I have a band that's tight. Now I'm saying I, mean me, but you know, I represent everybody that's involved with it. Florida's own band, man, we did Dunellen again this past Saturday, and man, they complimented us so much, man. We're just so grateful. We're so thankful because the band is good. And truth is, this particular band is a new band. And for us to be as good as we are and getting the raving reviews that we're getting, that means a lot to us as a band. And I was talking to a couple of the band members today, um, and we were reflecting on some things and talking about our next show and the new songs that we want to start learning. And God is good, man. God is good. My creator, the most high creator of everything, man, he has his hand on my life. And I'm so thankful. I talk to some of my actors from SheDaPlaya, certain ones I talk to regularly. And but there's some that we don't talk. But when we came together, we worked, we did what we came to do. But I include them in my thank you. Everybody that's a part of SheDaPlaya, the people who were behind the scenes, the extras, everybody, our sponsors, our GoFundMe, One of our sponsors, you might see him here on Facebook, Santa Vance. You know, he got it going on up there in New Jersey. But all our GoFundMe supporters, you know, I just wish all of you a very, very happy holiday season. I am so grateful for you. And I am speaking in behalf of the whole cast and the whole band. God has been good to me. I recommend that each one of you that's watching this podcast right now, be honest, take some time to sit down and reflect unselfishly. Look at where you are, what you have. Try not to look at what you don't have that probably you wish you had, but you don't have, because minutes are going by. Spend these minutes in a positive way. And you got to start by being thankful, because this time of year, we really we want to be loved, whether we can admit it or not. Regardless of who you are and what your situation is, there's something deep inside of you that needs to be loved. But you got to remember, love is a reciprocating kind of thing. You know, you want to be loved, you got to love somebody. You want to receive a gift or something, you got to give a gift to somebody. Gifts are not always wrapped up in packages with gift wrap and ribbons and bows. It's not always about money. It's not always about a material thing. You can give to somebody simply with your mouth or with a text message. Something as simple as that, a phone call, a text message, emails still work. There's so many ways that you can give. You know, it's not always about receiving. It's not always about having your ego stroked. So many people I talk to, I watch them, and I do it calculatedly, oftentimes, because I come across them, I've talked to them before, and I watch them, and I compliment them with this, and I compliment them with that, and they smile, and they're so grateful. And many times they never say, but, thank you for Barry. I acknowledge what you did. Some people are just so into themselves. They're so deep that they don't even see how somebody else really sees them. That might be just a little too deep. There's people watching me right now. I bumped into a cousin of mine in the store about 3 days or so ago. And we rarely see each other. When we see each other, we're always happy to see each other. We always show love to each other, but we rarely see each other. And we rarely communicate. I was really surprised when he said, "Man, I be seeing your show on Facebook, you know?" And that really surprised me. And then I thought about it. I said, well, um, these posts, they reach several hundred people, and I don't have no idea who these 100 people are. And apparently, a lot of these people who is watching me right now, we're not even friends or followers of each other. It's just some kind of way how this social media thing works. So you never know who's watching you. But I hope he sees this right now. If he does, and the next time we see each other, he'll probably say something like, I heard you, cuz, I heard you, you know. But, I just want to wish everybody a happy, safe, beautiful, joyous holiday season. For those of you who are touching in with me right now, um, and see, I got my main man, DJ Lil Rock. Happy holidays to you, brother. Being DJ Lil Rock, when I opened the Silk Palace back in 1992, he was one of my DJs, and he was one of the best in the city, in the county. I had 4 or 5 that I work with regularly, but he was my main guy. Him and I have to give a shout out there to Osmosis, man. Him and Ozzy Osmosis, they were my main two guys. I could always count on them, and those brothers are still active today, you know, bringing the party and the special occasions to people. So, Rock, happy holidays to you. I see Monique, who is one of my good friends and customers at Amani Hair Salon. I just did her hair for Friday or Saturday, one of them days. And I see you looking good, girl. I appreciate you touching in. She was also an extra in SheDaPlaya, and she's been in a couple of my other projects. I'm so thankful for that. Got Queen Kong Johnson. I've fallen in love with Queen Kong. Uh, just the person that she is. To be a part of my production, SheDaPlaya, to support me here on social media, help me spread the word. You get blessed with people like that you don't see them coming, and all of a sudden they are there, and they just good people. Her crew, her husband King, and can't think of what number three is. I can't say his name right now. I know it's his name seems to start with a C, but I haven't never really talked to him a whole lot, so I haven't really memorized his name. But uh, Queen, I'm talking about. Send a shout out there to him for me. You, him, and your husband, they do the rap thing, man. Y'all, they got some good music. There's my cousin Sylvester Santa Vance, all the way up in New Jersey, watching. Cause you look so handsome and sharp, man. And them pictures you're taking with all these different people, children, older people, man, that's just some beautiful work. I don't know who is behind the camera or how you get it done, but that's some quality work. But everybody looks so happy and festive and just beautiful, because I'm proud of you, man, and I'm forever grateful to you, man. And thank you for being one of our producers for the movie SheDaPlaya. You mean a lot to me, cuz, and I want to say that to you. Got Miss Tanya Davis up in Jacksonville, a strong supporter, good friend. I appreciate you all, so much. I think that's all I see right now. Usually I try not to acknowledge people. Okay, over here I got Joyce. Look like that's Joyce Gainey that's touched in with me over here. Yeah, Joyce, thanks for touching in with me. I really appreciate it. I'm trying to wish all of you all a happy, happy holiday season. Many of us, I've heard preachers say in church so many times, God don't look at what I forgot how they said, but you don't deserve nothing in the way they do that scripture. In God's eyesight, you don't deserve it. I don't buy that. I believe if I do something right and God appreciates it, I deserve something. Now it's his decision. I understand that. But I think that those of us who work hard, we keep our lives balanced. We try to be an inspiration to somebody, you know. We help people along the way. So many things that we do unselfishly. Yeah, we gotta deserve something. Can't tell me we don't deserve nothing. Yes, we do. We deserve something. If it ain't no nothing but a thumbs up, congratulations, you did good. We deserve something, because we have to inspire each other. We have to sometimes inspire ourselves. We have to encourage ourselves many times when nobody else is encouraging us. You know, I know that firsthand. Trust me, I know that, because I know what it's like to be a person who has done a whole lot of stuff in the community, not just the city where I'm born and where I live, and other places where I've lived, but I've traveled and I've done my shows in so many different cities in Florida. Why they call me Florida's own? And I performed in Georgia, been out to Shreveport one time where I won an award for my play Divorce and Us, and I've met people. And I have always tried to give my absolute best in my work. And everywhere that I've gone, there's been somebody, and pretty much more than one person, who has come to me and expressed their gratitude in one way or another. And not only that, excuse me, but people who have been in my productions, people go up to them and they thank them, and they say wonderful things to them, and that means a whole lot to me when I see the people that's involved in the work that I do. This is my tea, y'all. I'm making my hot tea here. And these allergies and stuff, man, they get to you. But you know, when people go up and they talk to the actors, they talk to the band members, and they express their gratitude. You know, we all win as a team when we do that. And so I just think that is so important that we think this way, at least to some degree. Because as we go into the year of 2026, God's willing, we'll get there. And we're not far from it right now. God's willing, we'll get there. And when we get there, you know, ask yourself real questions. You know, what is my 2026 going to be if I'm allowed to be there? If I am allowed to experience 2026, it's think big, be encouraged. If I've experienced my whole 2026, the entire 2026, what is my life going to be like? You know, what am I going to do with it? All of those minutes of 2026, what am I going to do with my minutes? What are you going to do with your minutes? You're going to do something worthwhile, or you just going to treat it like it's a given? All you got to do, everybody I talk to that live in other places, they say the same thing. All you got to do is look at the obituaries. Look at all them folks in there and look at the ages. Yeah. Wake up call. Man, let's be positive. Let's be happy. Let's be happy. Let's try to do positive things. It's easier to do something negative, it seems like. But that's really not true. It's a whole lot easier to do something positive. But you just have to feel that way about it. And if there's anybody, somewhere right now listening to me, and you're feeling down, you're feeling like you're not going to have the kind of Christmas that your heart desires or that you feel you deserve, and you feel sad about it, you feel maybe depressed about it, trust me, the fact that you are alive is something to celebrate. The fact that you have your mind where you can at least recognize who you are and what your circumstances are, that's something to be thankful for. That, you know, it will get better so long as you don't give up. So I went in, I told y'all last week about my granddaughter. And I got an idea from a good friend who told me, you know, made an excellent suggestion to me about what I should get her for Christmas. I go in the store today, and in that particular store, and I look, and I see the price of that. I'm like, wait a minute, ooh. What? And I thought about it. I said, well, Barry, is your granddaughter worth that? Quick answer, yes. Question is, do I want to spend that? I will be praying tonight about it. But who you gonna get something for this Christmas? Remember, it ain't about the money. It's about what's right here, and it's about who was that? I think it's Maya Angelou said, people may forget what you said, but they never will forget how you made them feel. That's on point. So I'm going to touch out now. Merry Christmas. Happy holidays to each and every one of you. Make sure you share the love with somebody. Share the love with somebody and watch. You're going to get some love back. Florida's own Barry S. McLeod. Now, if you want to give me, I just thought about this. I got to insert this in here. If you want to give me a gift for Christmas, all I want is $3. I want you to go to bbingin, BBINGN.com and subscribe and watch my new movie, SheDaPlaya, for $3. For $3, you get to watch everything I got on there, and you can watch it for 30 days, 24/7. That's all I ask, in case you might say, well, what can I give Barry as a Christmas gift? That's all I want. I want your support like that. Okay. And don't forget, I got my band, Florida's Own Band. We did the gig at Dunellen Saturday. When I woke up Sunday morning, someone had reached out to me saying that they are interested in the band performing for a function that I think it's a class reunion type of thing. But Florida's Own Band is really, really good, and we are available for booking. So anyway, this is how you find me. If you're watching me, you know how to find me, and so keep that in mind. And I'm gonna touch out now. Florida's Own Barry S. McLeod, truly the right kind of different. Merry Christmas, and have a happy, safe, wonderful, joyous New Year.